with you, Lorraine. We all know you that you're super active on social media and really active in your efforts to connect people. Thank you. To connect people from the diaspora with Ghana. Can you share more about yourself and why Ghana holds such a special place in your heart and why you want more people to connect with it?
Thank you. So I am born and bred in the UK, but Ghanaian. My mum is here as well.
Also, congratulations to Mummy on her birthday.
Yeah.
Wow.
A round of applause for Mummy.
And there was a government initiative in 2019 for as the year of return, but I really feel like my year of return was back in like 2013, where you decide to start going to Ghana by yourself, without parents, you're not dragged over the summer holidays with your parents, and that was the time when I was starting to go. And I just started to fall in love with Ghana and the opportunities there, and when you're there, you just start to have your eyes are open, you start to see so many different things. I remember an analogy of a friend that said, I don't know if he even came, but he showed this, headphones, right? A pair of headphones that are just all tied up. The headphones, even though they're tied up, they still work. If you plug them in, they still work. And when you untangle them, they still work. So he gave the analogy that Ghana is like a tangled up headphones. It still works. The system just still works. You just have to get used to the system. So I just fell in love with the fact that in this loop and tangle of so many different weird, there was just so much going on that it just birthed opportunities, right? And I just loved seeing the opportunities in agriculture and beauty and transportation. And I just started to get involved. My friend is here. We went and bought cars in Switzerland, and we shipped them over to Ghana and started doing the transportation business. We went to go and buy land to go and start farming business. Don't ask us where that land is right now, because we have no idea where it is. Viviana, have you called the police on the guy? I don't know where you are. Please, because I started a beauty salon in Ghana. I started so many different things, but I've also been burnt. And the reason why I decided to do what I'm doing is because I want to be able to show people how not to get burned, how to learn from all the mistakes that I have done, and they've been so many. And very often people don't share their failures, and I'm very okay with doing that because there's been so many. And I just want to make sure that people don't make the same mistakes I've done in that web of things that happen. Ghana still works, but you have to learn how to work the system. Untangle it. That's it.
Thank you so much. I think you mentioned a bit about your failures. Can you elaborate a bit more on what has shaped your connection to Ghana? Like, be it personal, business, or any contributions that you have in the community as well?
Yeah, I've done a few things in Ghana. So does anybody know the University Gospel Choir of the Year competition? Absolutely love it. And thanks to, I can see Lyrical Michael here, he helped to connect me with some people on the ground in Ghana, and I started doing University Gospel Choir of the Year in Ghana in 2016, 2018. We started doing it there. So we worked with universities across Ghana. It was televised in Ghana as well, so we did a few things there. I've gone and spoken on different platforms, both on the kind of diaspora investment side of things. I've worked with Kwame here, who is one of the co-founders of the Growth for Me initiative in Ghana. So an agri-tech business, which is all about how we can actually allow people in the diaspora to actually invest in agriculture in Ghana without having to actually get your hands dirty. So if you want to get involved in farming, you can literally invest in it. And Kwame, having a meeting with him literally allowed me to now start to become one of the early founders of that company, and now an advisor to that company as well. I have my beauty salon in Ghana as well. So all of these things I've just tried, and some of them didn't go so well, some went so well, but it's just been an amazing learning. It's been such a great privilege to be able to see how Ghana works, but also just try to actually help other people through all of the things that I've also done.
You mentioned that you're not afraid to share your failures and challenging moments. Can you share with us some particularly challenging moments that you've had?
Oh gosh, there's been so many, so many. I think like the Uber business was a failure. I mean, we bought cars shipped them over to Ghana. We thought we were about to become millionaires, and drivers just weren't paying us. We would put trackers in the cars. There was times when we would go and chase those drivers. We'll be going to their houses. We'll be, everything. We got. I did this on one of my TikTok videos. We literally got pastors to guarantee for these drivers. Like, we literally would take contracts. We'll take a picture of them. We'll go to their houses and see to make sure they had a picture of them and their wife, so we know that was their house. Like, we've done so many things, but nothing. Like, there's just something that just didn't work there. But we invested heavily in that, and we lost quite a bit of money in that business. So
I know what. Trust me, I've lost everything. Don't want to start. But if you could travel back into time, what advice would you give to your younger self, and also what advice would you give to yourself?
I would still say, try it. Because we only learn through failing, so I'll still do it all over again. But I wouldn't want to go in naively. I went into the Ghana system thinking that you can just get away with everything, and actually they have a lot of regulations and rules. And I've been burnt through the taxation system. Please cut the camera here, but but you have to learn how to maneuver the system.
Let's talk a bit about property as well, property investment. What advice would you give to individuals who'd want to invest in property in Ghana?
Speak to Lorraine.
Thank you very much.
Or my husband, who does construction in Ghana as well. I took a plunge and invested in property in Ghana. Some went well, some not so well. But some things that I learned in hindsight, things that you will never know. One of the biggest lessons that I learned is some things that people never tell you. For example, a new development, if you're going to Ghana, you're looking at a new development, and the development is an area that is up and coming. I got burned later on, realizing that, and you'll never know this, my electricity stopped working for some time. So I'm wondering what's going on here. Not knowing that it was the transformer in the area that was becoming overutilized. Somebody will never know that. Imagine you bought a house, you'll never know how much electricity is being consumed, right, by people in the area. So the estate development was actually asking us to buy a new transformer. So you're buying a house, you're not going to go and buy a transformer. Do you know what I mean? This is a humongous infrastructure. So just things like that you will never learn, that you'll never know, unless you actually start to invest in property until you start to understand how it works in Ghana. So some things like that.
Thank you. So I think I want to draw back to the book itself. Which areas would you say are specific to you that you find quite important?
Yeah, so firstly, just to be clear, I wrote this book, or this ebook, as a guide to anybody that would like to invest in Ghana. There are some people here that I work with, people that are not even Ghanaian, and are going into Ghana to invest. There's people that are Ghanaian and are investing. And it just serves as a guide to learn from some of the mistakes that I've made in terms of how you can actually go and just be successful in investing in property in Ghana. And there's some things in there, like for example, when you're going to look at property, you don't just go in the daytime, go and look at nighttime. Go look when it's raining, go and see to make sure there's no leakages when it's raining, right? So there's things like that I've just put some tips and reminders in the book, just to help people to know that there are certain things you just to remember when you're actually going out to look to invest in property. But so to answer your question, right, there was key things in there that just serves as a reminder for people, talking a little bit about when you're going to look for a property developer, what are some of the key things you want to check when you're looking at a property developer, their track record, for example, what payment plans do they offer, things like that. But I'm just really encouraging anybody that's got a love or just an inkling, like there's a little bit of just interest about Ghana, just to give you a little bit of a push up the ladder and give you a little bit of insight in terms of how the property business works. I mean, you're involved as well, right? So maybe you can share a bit of your experience in the Ghana property market.
Oh no, I think Ghana is a very interesting place. I mean, I do more inland, right? So if you need land in a brick, please see me. I try to move people away from Accra because, I mean, Accra litigation, I'm in court at the moment for the last 3 years on a land I purchased in 2020. So because of that experience, I wanted to give people in the diaspora a place that they can actually own in terms of land. So I started a community in Abri. So the first one that I'm doing is it's called Mango Grove. So it's about 12 residents. And then the next one that we started in January is Strawberry Grove. So I'm using all the fruits that I love. So mango, strawberry, and I'm looking at, I don't know, cashew. My girlfriend is here, she's telling me cashew nuts. But it's a very interesting place. But then I spoke to a mentor of mine who said Ghana is a dream unfolding. Right? When we are abroad, we think Ghana is a third world country or is a developing country. It's actually a dream unfolding. You could actually make things happen, right? The amount of things that I'm doing in Ghana now, I would never dream of doing it here, right? So I encourage everyone, please buy the book. Very, very important. And then if you need any guide, obviously, Lorraine is here.
Yeah, and there's a few people here as well that I want to shout out because they're doing it as well. I mean, Kwame's done it, Viviana's done it, Mike's has a property development here, there's some other people, is Jane around? There's so many people that have done this. Yasmin is here, so many people that have gone in. I'm sure there's so many people more than I even know, right, that have gone into Ghana, have purchased property, and are learning also, because it's not easy. It's not easy at all, right? But in the long run, just having a piece of Ghana, right, it actually is, it says a lot about how our connection to Ghana and how we would like to actually give back and see the economy grow.
Okay, so last but not least, give us the details of the book. How much is it? Where can we buy? All that good stuff, because I'm sure people are eager to get their hands on it.
Please. So the ebook will be available in a few weeks. It's available to pre-order from today. Woo! So please visit diasporatohome.com. You can see it or you can visit my website, lorrainewright.co.uk, or it's on the flyers, all of the flyers. So please do purchase it. It is $24.99, but there is a discount today for just £20. You can get it by typing in the code Ghana Secrets. It will be available for you just for today at £20. So yeah, please, I do encourage you to buy it.
Well, I mean, it's Lorraine's birthday, so I think everyone should be buying one. So the flyers are here. Scan the QR code, put in the code Ghana Secrets, and you can get the book for $19.99 instead of $24.99. That's for tonight only. But I think we're gonna have a little auction, right? It's Lorraine's birthday. She wants to give away some stuff. So, as you know, Lorraine is a really accomplished investor in Ghana, property developer. So she is willing to give her skills away. You can have some time with her, a coaching session with her, which is worth £5,000. I'm sorry, it's worth £5,000. Thank you very much. So we're going to have an auction for that, and as well, it's millions. That's our first collection. That's our first prize, and our second prize is a spa treatment at Lorraine's salon. Highly recommended. I'm going to try and win that one myself. We're going to have an auction for both these prizes. So we're going to start with the coaching session for Lorraine. Honestly, it's invaluable. £5 doesn't even cover it. So we're going to start the bidding for that at the price of 5 books. So you scan 5 times, you get 5 copies of the book, you keep one, share them with 4 friends, see what I did there. So, who would like to start the bidding? Coaching session with Lorraine.